My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how do you go about ensuring that people salivate for your content as soon as you upload it, as soon as you create it? It all starts with knowing your audience inside out. Well, actually no, first before that, it starts with you being truly passionate about your product or service or content. If you're not passionate about it for the long term, you're going to suffer, you're not going to care. I tried to start a business a few months ago, and my strategy with that was content marketing, but I didn't truly care about the actual product. There was a few moments of doubt, and it was like that was always there niggling, as well as compounded by the fact where it was I didn't know enough about it. I wasn't that knowledgeable, so I struggled. I struggled to talk about it effortlessly, and it's like, So first of all, it's in here. It's in here and it's in here. If neither of these are in place, then you're struggling. Then you need a very specific audience, very specific in mind. What's called a high targeted niche, but then also bordering on monopoly. Monopoly. Don't just think niche, because niche is just like these kind of people. I sell dog collars. I don't do anything else. When you think niche, you're very narrow-minded in your approach and into what your audience may or may not want. And there's more. The world is more complicated than that. Nothing wrong with having a niche, but having a niche, I think you're missing out on a lot of opportunity to pivoting. You know, what if Amazon just stuck with books? Amazon today, if they had stuck with books, would not be what they are, because after that they went into nappies. So but that's an analogy. But by focusing on these, you're ignoring opportunities that are around you. That with a little thinking and pondering and planning, the audience might find. You might find they want it and they need it and they're going to pay for it. But if you're just narrow-minded, you're missing out. And you want to understand the people inside out, everything. Age, income, status, class, magazines they'll subscribe to, people, channels or YouTube people they'll subscribe to, books they're reading, books they've read, places they go, what will they protest against, what will they cry about, what will make them angry, what will make them happy, what will make them joyous, what will make them laugh, things like that. And then you can start to create content that appeals to their emotional part of their brain instinctively, immediately. It bypasses all the logic and reasoning and goes straight for the amygdala where the emotions are made, or the emotional parts of the brain, which is like much more interior rather than the exterior part. When you appeal to their emotions, then they start to want and desire your content immediately, instantly. And the next one you put up, sensational or not, or whatever, they're more inclined to consume it, because if they had certain parts of their brain light up already from your content before, then like a dopamine rush perhaps, they want to consume the next piece of content, and the next, and the next, and the next. They just want more and more and more, and therefore they're impatient. And when they get that notification, whether an email or an iPhone notification saying latest upload, or in the newsfeed they see it, whether they see it first, for the little star, or whether it's just in general for scrolling through, they're going to jump on it immediately, and they're going to want it. And when they want it, they're going to want to consume it again and again and again, almost like addicted to it. But I'm not sure if that's the right word. But when you understand your audience perfectly, by creating content for them, then they're more inclined to consume it. And think of people in the world like stumbling through a dark room. Their hands are all over the place, trying to reach for the light switch, for example. Or where is that thing? It's around here somewhere. Where is it? Imagine you meeting them halfway, where they're out there like this. Oh, where's that thing? Where is it? Where is it? And then there's you that comes along. Here I am, just like this, not moving but static. Just put loads and loads of hands out there to guide them into your business or into your community, into your niche, into your call to action, into your product. Because if they can find you and latch onto you, and they buy from you, then they're more inclined to do it again and again. Or the more hands they've come in contact from you, more conversations they've had, the more inclined they are to buy from you. It's like people like to buy, but don't like to be sold to. So we love to buy, books. Oh, books, for example. But whenever we go into a store, somebody comes up to us and say, "Hey, can I help you at all?" It's like, no, thank you. even though maybe we did, but we didn't want to admit it, and we didn't want their help, for example, or we too shy or whatever. But it's like, we will search for stuff that we want the answers for, and maybe because it's impersonal, there's no one there. We can read the answer without feeling someone's judging us. It's like, how do I do this? Well, you do that. You do this. It's like, no, just tell me how to do it. Piece of paper, a blog or a video, and it's like, cool. You want to learn more? Click here. Or want to buy the product? Click here. Or book a phone call here. Click. Here's the number here. Stuff like that with the call to action. But that's how you make your audience to salivate for your next piece of content. It's perfect for them. It's just like a cog. It's just so perfect for them. And the more you understand your audience and the problems they have, and the solutions and answers they want, and you can deliver it. Because you have information in your brain right now that you take for granted. Oh, whatever. Oh, yeah, you do this. You do this. But if you encapsulate it in a blog, a video, a cheat sheet, infographic, people are going to find that. People are going to consume it, and they're going to know, like, and trust you. Then over time, there's so much know, like, and trust built up. Oh, here's a call to action. Cool, I'll take that. Oh, they're on sale or limited edition. Cool, I'll take that. Things like that. So that's worthwhile looking into, and as you define an audience and solve 100 of their problems at least. And you want to have a monopoly on certain keywords and key phrases. You want to be discovered. If they search for something, and you do loads of content around that, and they discover you and nothing but you, then they're going to consume your content again and again and again and again and again, and they're going to want to know more because they trust you. Trust, that's the key word. They trust you, and in this day and age, trust is something very hard to come by, something very hard to create, easy to destroy. So the question of the day for you is, how are you going about creating content that gets your customers salivating? So that they're desperate to want it. How do you build up the demand for your content? How do you build it up? Comment below. In the meantime, however, remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?